Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Tammy Slaton, one of the most recognized stars from TLC's hit reality series 1,000 Pound Sisters, has never shied away from showing the raw and unfiltered realities of her life. Fans have followed her through extreme highs and devastating lows, weight battles, health scares, her marriage, her incredible weight loss transformation, and deeply personal struggles that played out in front of millions. But recently, Tammy had to address something very different and unexpected, an ugly injury on her face that left fans concerned and buzzing online. This article dives deep into the story behind Tammy's facial injury, her explanation of what happened, the public's reaction, and how it fits into the larger journey she has been on. Along the way, we'll also explore Tammy's resilience, the constant scrutiny she faces, and why her openness, even about something as vulnerable as a facial injury, continues to make her such a compelling figure in reality television. The first sight of the injury. It all started when Tammy appeared on a TikTok live session in late summer. She wore her signature headband, her hair pulled back casually, and she was chatting with fans in her usual candid style. But something instantly caught everyone's attention, a noticeable red and swollen mark near her left cheek. The injury looked raw, angry, and fresh. Fans immediately filled the comments with concern. "Tammy, what happened to your face? Are you okay? Girl, that looks painful. Did you fall? Tammy, please take care of yourself." At first, Tammy brushed it off, jokingly saying, "Don't worry y'all, I didn't get in a fight." But the swelling and redness made it impossible for her audience to ignore. As screenshots of her live spread across social media, speculation ran wild. Rumors start swirling. In the world of reality television, fans rarely stop at curiosity. They speculate, investigate, and sometimes create entire narratives from a single image. Within hours, Reddit threads and Facebook fan groups were buzzing with theories about what caused Tammy's facial injury. Accident at home. Some believed she may have fallen or hit her face against furniture, especially given her past struggles with mobility. Skin reaction. Others thought it could be an allergic reaction, a rash, or irritation from new skincare products. Medical complication. Because of Tammy's history of health battles, many worried it was connected to her surgeries or treatments. Domestic trouble. A darker rumor speculated about potential conflict in her personal life, which Tammy quickly shut down. For someone already under the microscope, Tammy knew she couldn't leave fans hanging with unanswered questions. Tammy sets the record straight. A few days after the initial stir, Tammy uploaded a TikTok video addressing the situation head-on. Sitting in her living room, she pointed directly at the mark on her face and explained, "Okay y'all, I know everybody's been asking about this ugly spot right here. No, I didn't get in no fight. No, nothing bad happened. I fell asleep on my oxygen tubing and it left a nasty bruise and sore. That's all it is." Her followers were relieved to finally hear the truth. The explanation was both believable and relatable. Many viewers who use oxygen tubing themselves chimed in to say they'd experienced similar bruising or irritation. But Tammy didn't just stop at clearing the air. She leaned into humor, adding, "Guess my face wanted to fight the oxygen machine and lost. Don't worry though, I'm okay." Her ability to defuse worry with laughter is part of what endears her to fans, even when she's discussing uncomfortable or painful realities. Why the injury struck a chord with fans. On the surface, Tammy's injury might seem like a minor mishap. But for fans who have watched her nearly die from health complications, even the smallest mark raises alarm. The public sees her face as a symbol of her progress. Every photo and video is scrutinized for signs of improvement or setbacks. The incident also highlighted how invested fans are in her safety. After years of seeing Tammy struggle with oxygen machines, tracheostomy tubes, and emergency hospital visits, a bruise wasn't just a bruise, it was a reminder of how fragile her recovery can feel. Tammy's relationship with her audience. One of the most interesting aspects of Tammy's injury explanation is how it reveals her ongoing relationship with fans. Over the years, Tammy has developed a reputation for being blunt, sometimes combative, but also deeply authentic. She doesn't curate a polished image. She doesn't hide the ugly parts of her journey. That openness can sometimes backfire, sparking criticism or ridicule, but it also means she can connect with viewers on a level that feels real. When she explained her facial injury, it wasn't a PR statement polished by a team. It was Tammy, unfiltered, reminding fans that life with medical equipment comes with awkward, sometimes painful realities. The bigger picture. Living with medical devices. Tammy's explanation opened up a broader conversation about life with medical devices. Many fans in the comments shared their own struggles with oxygen tubing, CPAP machines, or mobility equipment that left bruises, cuts, or scars. For once, the comment section didn't turn into a pile-on of jokes at Tammy's expense. Instead, it became a space where people swapped advice. Use a soft cover on the tubing, it helps prevent marks. Try adjusting the strap so it doesn't dig into your skin. I get the same marks on my cheeks, you're not alone. This unexpected dialogue showcased one of the hidden benefits of Tammy's openness. By showing her injury, she unintentionally created a community moment where others felt seen. The public fascination with Tammy's face. It's no exaggeration to say Tammy's face has become a symbol of transformation. For years, fans saw her face bloated, often flushed from breathing issues, framed by oxygen tubes. After her weight loss surgery and skin removal, her face changed dramatically. She now often appears slimmer, brighter, and more expressive. So when something disrupts that progress like a bruise or swollen mark, it feels almost symbolic, like a disruption in her journey. Fans project their hopes and fears onto her image, which explains why something as small as a tubing injury can spark viral conversations. Tammy's humor as a shield. Throughout her time on 1,000-Pound Sisters, Tammy has relied on humor to deflect pain. Whether she was being criticized by her siblings, called out by doctors, or dragged online, she often responded with sarcasm or jokes. Her injury explanation followed that same pattern. By calling it ugly herself, Tammy took away the power of critics to use that word against her. She owned it. That's a strategy she's used many times, naming the elephant in the room before others can weaponize it. Fan reactions, relief, empathy, and support. The overwhelming reaction to Tammy's explanation was supportive. Fans flooded her comments with messages like, "So glad you explained, girl, we were worried sick. Thanks for being honest, you don't owe us explanations, but we appreciate it. Looks painful, but you're still beautiful, Tammy." There were, of course, a handful of trolls who mocked the mark, but Tammy has become increasingly skilled at ignoring negativity. Her true fans rallied to her defense, shutting down cruel comments and reminding others that she's human. The injury within the context of her journey. Tammy's small injury actually reveals a lot about where she is today. She's still dependent on oxygen at times. Despite her weight loss, Tammy occasionally needs oxygen support, especially during sleep or flare-ups. She's more transparent than ever. Instead of hiding the mark or avoiding cameras, she went live and talked about it. She's choosing to laugh instead of hide. In past years, Tammy might have been defensive or lashed out, but this time she handled it with humor and calmness. In a way, the bruise is symbolic of her resilience. She got hurt, people noticed, she explained, and she moved on. No spiral, no meltdown, just forward motion. The media's role in amplifying the story. As with most things related to Tammy, her injury explanation quickly made its way into tabloids. Headlines like "Tammy Slaton reveals ugly injury on face" popped up on entertainment sites. The word "ugly" was pulled directly from Tammy's own description, but its repetition in headlines highlighted how media outlets often sensationalize her struggles. For Tammy, this is nothing new. She's used to seeing her pain turned into clickbait. But this time, she controlled the narrative. By explaining it herself first, she ensured fans heard her version before rumors could take over. The ongoing balance of vulnerability and privacy, Tammy's injury saga underscores the tightrope she constantly walks, sharing enough to satisfy fan curiosity while maintaining personal boundaries. She didn't need to explain the bruise, but by doing so, she reassured fans and reminded them she values their support. At the same time, she drew a line. She shut down rumors of conflict in her personal life and refused to give trolls more fuel. It was a perfect example of her growth, learning to communicate openly without oversharing. What this moment means for Tammy. Tammy's explanation of her facial injury may seem like a small footnote in her larger journey, but it carries symbolic weight. It shows how far she's come in handling public scrutiny. It reveals her commitment to transparency with fans. It highlights the ongoing realities of living with medical equipment even after dramatic health improvements. More importantly, it's another reminder that Tammy is still navigating a life that's far from perfect, but one she's determined to live openly, with humor, and without shame. The story of Tammy Slaton's ugly injury on her face is about more than just a bruise. It's about the relationship between a reality star and her audience, the constant magnifying glass of fame, and the resilience it takes to keep showing up even when life leaves its marks. For fans of 1,000-Pound Sisters, the incident was a reminder that Tammy is still human, still vulnerable, still fighting her battles one day at a time. But it also showed how much she's grown, from someone who once lashed out under scrutiny to someone who can laugh, explain, and move forward. In the end, the injury wasn't a setback. It was a moment of connection, honesty, and proof that Tammy Slaton remains one of the most authentic and resilient figures in reality TV today.